Yo, what up YouTube? It's your boy AM coming to you with an unboxing video. Today is a special video. As you saw on one of my previous AM blogs, I talked about how the Xbox Series X was the most elusive thing I could ever get in my life. But today, I got some news for y'all. I got it. I got the Xbox Series X, and all my dreams are coming true. Stay tuned to see me unbox this amazing gaming console! We're back with our super sharp knife that will open up the Xbox Series X. This is a big old bad boy right here. Look at this. Ooh, super awesome. Super cool. Man, I'm going to tell you a story about how I spent... Well, I guess I already told you the story, so this is just a follow-up. I finally got it. Oh my gosh. It took forever to finally get this thing. I was able to pick it off Walmart. Shout out to them. Man, I was hitting refresh, hitting add to cart, and then trying to check out, and it said can't be able to do so, but I just kept doing it over and over again. And it's literally spent like 15 minutes doing that over and over and over and over and over until finally I did it, and I was able to get it. And lucky for me, I was able to pick this up, so now I get to game in 4K with what's it called? I can't even think of it. Ray tracing. That's what it is. High-end ray tracing. First of all, you cannot find a gaming computer as cheap as this. I know people give consoles a hard time, but consoles are the most economical thing for you to get in order to game. I mean, they're like simple to use. Now you can put keyboard and mouse to it and they're perfectly fine with it. This thing is probably the most like to a computer than any other console of its time. But what makes this thing pretty cool though is that it has like all the latest insides that AMD put out in 2020. It has the what's it called? The Radeon RDNA 2. It has the new Radeon, not Radeon, but the AMD GPU, and it's up to spec. This is the first time where a console has launched with the same specs that the PC components have launched at the same time. So that's pretty awesome. Usually you're like a generation behind, but then they optimize the games for the system because every system has like the same specs, and so you can get like better fidelity out of it. But this thing is about on par with like the PCs that you can get today, and it comes in for $500. Some games can go 4K and 120 frames per second, which is crazy. This thing has 100 terabyte SSD that's inside of it. Usually you only get like a portion of it because a lot of it's dedicated to the UI. So you probably get about like 750 gigabytes. But this SSD is also pretty fast. This is like probably one of their most high-end ones that you can get. Now they're like releasing the SSDs for computers, but usually these ones right here are kind of like ahead of the market. This is the Xbox Series X, which is the most powerful console that you can get. There's also the Xbox Series S, which is the baby console to the Big Daddy right here. That one does like 1080p and like 120 frames per second, which is really cool. Like, I mean, if you game 180, perfectly fine. Not everybody needs to game at 4K. Actually, competitive gaming, you probably only want to do 100 and 180. So take that. Top of the box right here, we have a better look at the console. This is really unique refrigerator shape, kind of like, you know, this obelisk that just sticks straight up. I particularly like the design of it. It's really sleek, really cool. We're gonna look at it in person in a bit. And we have the controller, which kind of mimics the Xbox One X controller. They might have done some little bit of modifications to that, but I'll let you know what that's like. Here's the side of the box, gives you another picture of the console. This thing is really big. Bottom, we got all tech specs on there. Here on the sides, we can get a look at the CPU that's inside of it, as well as the GPU and how it all performs. Here's kind of like the spec list right there for you. 4K and 120 frames per second. I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, probably older games you can hit that, but newer ones maybe pretty hard. 8K and HDR. 8K gaming is like not a reality yet. It probably won't be a reality for like another 5 years. I mean, everything 8K is really, really expensive. And even if you do got like something that can play 8K, you're not going to get the frames that you want. Gamers like high frame rate. I particularly 30 to 60 is fine with me. But I play games at 240, 360, stuff like that. But some people like live and die by the frame rate. I don't particularly do. I mean, I'm fine because I play on everything. So like Switch, most times only does 30 frames per second. I'm perfectly fine with it. Yeah, it feels a little bit sluggish, but still like playing the game. Really, really love it. Mario Odyssey probably doesn't even hit 60 frames a second. Probably does 30. Oh, it probably does 60. Never mind. But still a fun game. Probably one of the best games in the last decade. You know, Breath of the Wild, same thing. Right now, there's no games for the Xbox, which is kind of sad. But you know, they'll come out. They'll come out. And once they do, it'll look pretty on the Xbox. The reason why you pick this up is because of the Game Pass and also the Xbox Live. Best service for any console. Even PlayStation 5 don't compare to Game Pass or Xbox Live. 100 terabyte SSD, VRR, that's variable refresh rate. So like if you have a monitor that can adjust to the frame rate, this will lock it in for you. And you also got 4K Blu-ray. I don't watch Blu-rays anymore. I used to do in the past, but not anymore. Now I just get all my stuff digitally in 4K, but it's cool that we have this option there available. Tells you what's inside, has Wi-Fi, has high-speed USB-C, and it comes with the console and also comes with a controller. Okay, let's look at the back of the box. This thing here shows you Halo. Halo Infinite was supposed to launch with this thing, but it got delayed because whoever was making the game wasn't putting priority into like making the game awesome. They just kind of like dropped the ball on that one. So it's coming out next fall, 2021. So November is when the next Halo is going to come out. I don't know, but Halo for me kind of lost its luster. So, but there's also better games that are going to come out for this thing. You can get like new games that we haven't even thought of. Microsoft bought like Bethesda, and they also bought like a ton of other game studios. And they released like trailers for those games, but once they start turning this thing out, Xbox is going to be a safe bet. That's why I'm a believer in this. I've been rambling so much on this unboxing video, just telling you everything, because I'm just like so excited to open this up. I spent all my blood and tears getting this thing, and I'm so happy for it. So what we have here is the plastic tape that does not stand a chance, because we got the sharpest knife to open any box, and that's what we're doing right now. We just cut that thing open like it was, what's easy to cut? Cream cheese? Yeah. So I flipped it back onto the front of the box, and then I'm just gonna open this up. Ooh, look at this. Look at that unboxing. Look at that thing. That's so cool. Look, it's all padded up right there. Look at that. Oh, it's dense. That is so cool. Power your dreams. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so hyped right now. Pull that out. Oh, let's pull that out. Let's pull that out. What's this? What's this? Oh, we got like a little instruction manual. That's like also do not disturb hotel thing. Put on your door. Tell people don't disturb you because you're playing games. What we have here is some really dense padding to keep your console nice and secure and safe. This thing is thick. Look at that. It's super hard. And then what we have, I'll put this to the side over here, and then we'll bring this here to the front. Ooh, little secret pocket right here that holds all the goodies inside. I'll just pull everything out of this little secret pocket here. Oh, it just comes right out. Wow. Very modular. Very cool. So let's just take this box, take it out of the way, And we'll just look at each individual thing as we go along. Cool. Instruction manual. We don't need this. We're gamers. We just automatically know how to connect stuff to our Xbox. This is the controller right here. The new controller. Ooh. Comes with batteries. Duracell, baby. Look at that. Ooh, this controller feels really nice. Feels way better than the Xbox One. First thing to note, there's like this little grip stuff here on the back side of the controller that you wouldn't have found on the Xbox One. And there's like more grip here on this thing here. That's the first thing I can tell. It's like this really unique grip here on the bottom and then on the sides right here of the controller. It's a little bit smaller, I feel, than the other Xbox One X controller, but I actually think it's a lot lighter too. I think it's actually a lot better too, honestly. The triggers feel really good. The bumpers feel good too. There's like a little textures here on the sides, which makes it a really nice touch. I like the fact they made it straight across here on the top, which is pretty cool. I don't think the old controller had that. And then there's like a new button here in the middle, which is the share button, which is nice because when you play it on the Xbox One X, you have to like double tap this thing to get up your share screen, and sometimes it's just like a little janky. I like now that they added available share button there, and then they gave you like a cool little D-pad right here, not D-pad, but like this little thing right here that was like common on the Elite controllers. These now make that a feature for other controllers, which is pretty cool. Because I actually prefer this over like a regular D-pad. When you play like these games, you really don't use the D-pad to like play anything. It's usually the analog stick. Only time I ever touch these things is when I'm needing them for like additional menus or pulling up different types of weapons and things like that, which is pretty cool. It's very clicky, very responsive. Yeah, it's a lot smaller. I kind of like that. I totally dig it. We have the cables here. We have an HDMI, probably 2.1 for high speed connection, so that you can get high frame rates in, you can get low latency, all that good stuff. This is really nice. Here we have the power plug. Back in the old days, the Xbox 360 days, you get a big old power brick was like this big. It was insane. I'm so glad that they built it into the console itself. But this is the thing that we are here for. We're gonna check this out. It's like a bra that comes off. Taking the Xbox Series X bra off. Woo. Power your dreams, definitely. Oh, it's shrouded in this like black plastic thing. Oh my gosh. I'm getting this thing naked right now. So sexy. So majestic. Ooh. Okay, first things first. This feels like the Xbox One X. Same type of plastic they're using here. A lot of fingerprints on it. But it does feel premium, I'll tell you that. It's pretty heavy. Really heavy, actually. Here on the side, you can see the green accents that's inside of the ventilation in here. It comes out of the top. What we have here on the sides is there's these little rubber bottoms, so you can lay your console sideways like this. Goes two ways. Stands straight up like that, and then it lays down on its side this way. And then here on the bottom, we have a little plate that's like a little rubber base right here, so you can sit your console sitting straight up. I don't know how I'm going to use my console. Maybe straight up or on the side. I'm not too sure. It's really heavy. It's probably kind of the same weight as the Xbox One X. That console was very dense as well. But like a lot of the weight is on this side right here. This side is really light on this side. But this is where all the ventilation comes out. Don't block it. But if in case you do, there's a little hole right here to spit it out. Here on the back of the box, or back of the console, not the box, we have a storage expansion slot. You plug it in, it gives you more terabytes for your games. HDMI out right there. You have your internet access, and you have two more USB 3.1s, and then there's your power plug. There's no more in and out for your HDMI. Xbox One X, they wanted to make it into like a TiVo type of thing. That never really took off, so then they just got rid of the whole thing. Xbox Series X is just for gaming now, strictly. Too bad they don't have games, but other than that, that's what it is, and it's pretty cool. The power button right here, and I'm so excited. Pairing button right here in the front, and then you also have another USB to like plug in other accessories or charge up your controller and things like that. And then you have a disc drive. I think this generation, I'm not going to buy any games physically. I'm just going to buy them all digitally. Xbox does a really good job of making all your games backwards compatible, which is super awesome. So like, if you go back to the original Xbox, you can play those games on this thing. All the way from that to 360 to the Xbox One, now the Series X. There's no games out typically that's specifically designed for this. They'll probably come in the next couple of years, but up until then, you can play like any game that they have on last generation's console, which is pretty cool because, like, you know, if you have people that get that maybe have bought an Xbox One this year, they have a couple years before they have to get this thing, which is nice. And also it comes with, if you get Game Pass, you can download a bunch of games on there. That's all I've been doing, is playing a bunch of games on Game Pass, and it's the most amazing thing ever. Yeah, so this is the console. Oh my gosh, this is so sexy, so awesome, so happy. Oh, I love this thing. I know I could love something besides PM, but I guess I do. Don't tell her, she might get mad at me. But yeah, so this is the unboxing of the Xbox Series X. I hope you like it. I hope you like the journey of me trying to pick this thing up and all the ins and outs of describing what it comes with, what it looks like, and what I think about it. I actually like the look of it. I like the original look of the Xbox One X, and I think this kind of follows suit with that. I like the square design. I'm pretty sure like within a couple of years this is gonna get even more smaller and more sexy, but for right now, this will probably hold you over for about a good 5 years. But I'm totally digging it. I want the best of the best, and I got it. Other than that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you love it, hit the sub button and be part of the day and night gang. If you want to pick up an Xbox Series X, I'll leave a link in the description. But I can't guarantee that you'll be able to buy it because it took me forever to get one. It's probably going to be like that for at least another couple months until people start buying this even more. But if you want to, I'll leave the links in the description. Other than that, let me know in the comment section what other unboxings you want to see. What do you think about, if you're Team Xbox, Team PS5, and whether or not you like the new redesign of the controller. I particularly do. I like the way it feels. It looks pretty cool. But other than that, we're going to give you a big fat piece.